Hello friend, and today we have a couple of the best questions and answers from the ERLC Q&A, which happened when you're seeing this video about 2 to 3 weeks ago. And I just thought it would be pretty cool because I've seen some of these questions come up around the community. So anyways, thank you very much to the developers for hosting this Q&A, and enjoy some questions and answers from the ERLC developers.
Alright, welcome all to the Q&A. So I'll start looking through. Do mods get commands in game? I'm assuming you mean PRC mods. Yeah, they have commands in all servers, including private servers. What are your plans for private server discovery? Example, making smaller servers more visible. In terms of that, that's ultimately up to you as a server owner. It's basically the same way as like games being more discoverable or any product on the internet being more discoverable. We have, if you list your server, it'll be there, but it's ultimately up to you. We have the private server ads channel. If you want to drop your advertisement there, that's our role in helping you get discovered. But other than that, you got to put in the work. Lost. How long did it take to make the summer update?
I started working on it September of last year. In terms of the map, so I guess that's technically when it started. January, maybe, something like that.
Bloxaholic actually gave a good one. How you stay ahead of competitors within the same genre and avoid being run into the ground by up-and-coming roleplay games? That's a good question. You want to answer this or you want me to?
I can answer part of it. I think our private server communities aren't gonna ever leave, and I think we have that on top of the other games, like the customization and stuff. And if somebody else does it, I don't think it'll be that extent. Plus, most people are already so well built into ERLC. I don't think they're gonna leave. But I'll let you talk on the development stuff. I don't know. I can't really say for sure because I don't know how the other games are doing.
Yeah, pretty much building off what you said. We already have like iconic features, as in we were kind of the first, and even some features we maybe weren't the first, we did it the best, and we already made a name for ourselves. Obviously, we just hit 1 million group members, so we're all out there. Development-wise, it's personally, since the game has pretty much been out since 2018, and I've been here since December 2018, and we've been just building on top of that. That means another game would have to pretty much hire a bigger team to accelerate faster than we already did. Like if they were trying to get ahead of us, we already have almost 4 years of work put in. So now you have to, whether it's doubling the size of your team or just working way more hours to somehow surpass all the features we have. And then even if you have all the features and a great game, now you have to also get a fan base behind it, which in itself is really hard. So, of course, competition is good. Competition is what makes everything great. But personally, I don't believe we are worried about that. Someone asked, do we plan to add more commands to private server admin, which is long requested? As for that, private servers in itself, we already, as is, it is so customizable. There are so many admin commands to carry out what you need to do, such as if you need to kick someone, ban someone, teleport around. Obviously, there are, other commands like fun commands like flying and invisible or whatever that we didn't bother to add because at the end of the day, it is our game and you are the community. We do listen, but we feel to have control over your server, you do have adequate tools. If you want to, drop a suggestion in the suggestions channel of something maybe we haven't added yet, like a command that is truly purposeful, but I think we've added pretty much everything that makes sense for now. What's your idea? I want to hear you first.
I think personally it's private servers when you first started that.
Oh yeah, there was so much trial and error with that.
And it took like 3 months to actually get it perfect.
Yeah.
It was at RDC when in 2019 when it was released and sort of perfect.
You lost. As teased in one of the caves, you seem to be hinting at a cave expansion. What are your ideas for this, and do you yourself have anything you want to be added with the cave, like a mine or something?
That's classified. No, I will slowly add more to it, but I'm not doing it right now. I'm gonna wait till everyone's kind of used to the new map and everything, and then I'll start doing some things with it. But I'm not sure yet. I got a bunch of ideas. I even drew a couple things out, like where it could exit and enter and everything. But you'll find out sooner than later, probably within the next few months.
Have you ever been not happy after an update, even though you accepted it and like released it?
Yes. Like every update, there's always something we're not super happy about.
Yeah.
We'd be liars if we said we didn't. Like if we were happy with everything we released, I think.
I actually like glance at past updates to see if I could pick one that go to the
I shouldn't
update
say we're
archives.
not happy. We're just like frustrated with either how it was released or how it worked or something we wanted to change last minute, but we didn't.
Yeah, that maybe we had to. It's like say the fuel tank when we first added it. You know, we kind of wanted gas station delivery at that point, but we weren't ready for that. We had other plans. So, you know, that's kind of like an annoying thing we did.
I wouldn't say though like there's any update. We don't release updates that we're like, oh, this one sucks. That would be stupid. Then we know you guys aren't gonna like it.
Yeah.
Every update we release, we at least know that people are gonna enjoy it.
From Risk. I mean, it's along the lines of the hardest update he's asking, but he said, what was an update you considered giving up on? Well, Laws, do you know any updates we almost abandoned because we just got tired of it?
Nothing this year that I could think of.
Yeah,
I think I don't think we've ever really given anything up, but we've pushed a lot of things back because we either started working on it and realized it wasn't going to be done, or it wasn't what we wanted it to be, or we needed to make other things for it. So
yeah, like honestly, a lot of the times with updates, sometimes it's just like, you know, when we make a nice plan for an update and then say I have to sit down and actually do it, like I'd say 50% of the time I'm just like, how am I going to do this? This is not going to happen. I should just skip this update, and then somehow it gets done. So someone asks.
here's a good one from OMB. Do you plan to add any small lore to ERLC, such as messages in the caves back in 2020? I assume you're talking about like the
keep out
like
or something.
Keep out, don't, and then I'd add like don't come in here. Yeah, I'm not gonna give away everything with the cave, but it'll be a mystery again probably, and I might add like a little bit longer of a storyline because I think it's fun. It's just something unique. Most games don't usually add little hidden storylines and caves. I don't think of any game that does it, so it's just something more to do. But yeah, I'll probably add some stuff like that.
Yeah.
How long have you been developing, Sean?
Me since 2011. What about you, Lost?
Back when I actually did, I started in like 2012 as building, and then I did my first game in 2013.
Oh,
and
man.
it worked out. Back then it was viral, or back then it was big, but not anymore.
Do we ever add chat logs like the command logs is? No, we won't add it for public usage since it doesn't make sense to. If you say someone said something bad, make a game report ticket, we'll come investigate it. Like we do have chat logs, but it's more simple if anytime you see a screenshot of a chat log, you know it's verified that it came from a PRC mod, rather than if it came from someone else, then maybe they edited it, so forth. Right, Lost?
Yeah, if we give everybody the access to them, then we risk people editing it or whatever. So
yeah, and trying to pass it off. And honestly, you don't really need it. If someone says something bad, just tell us. Any moderator will come handle them. Someone asks, I see a few saying custom light bars, custom light bar patterns. That's not going to happen with this game for like 5 series, because one, to accommodate you making, say, a custom light bar pattern. Now we had to make a script to accommodate that. Our scripts are made for, you know, patterns we made, obviously. And at that point, make your own roleplay game. Honestly, you know, it's kind of is how it is.
As you have managed to add a system where house interiors load in a certain distance, would this help with making building interiors for the city as well? Sean, do you think that loading system helps right now?
The loading system, it helps with your frame rate, not necessarily your memory. Well, okay, and the loading system, as in everything like loads as you walk, Yes, that does help. The loading system, as in house interiors, don't show until you get close to it, and like windows are blacked out. That only helps with frame rate. We are still working on optimizing the game, obviously, but the Roblox loading streaming loading system, it does help. Because in testing, once we enabled it, we noticed way higher frame rates and everything. Oh, loss for you. What is your favorite thing to do as community manager of PRC?
Close my computer for the night. Decide to unban 12,000 users from the game.
So for that, the main reason is all those users, I'm pretty sure the date we selected was they were likely a paid access user and they got banned while we were still paid access. And personally, it was just a decision that, all these bans, they were in paid access, maybe we should give them a chance because they did support us early on, like from the beginning. So give them a second chance. And we only unbanned those who were automatically detected. So if it was a manual ban, like if I saw you exploiting and I banned you manually, you wouldn't have been unbanned. So yeah, and generally all the exploits that were detected, if they were to do it again, they'll just get detected again. Um, yeah. And then long term, how do you plan to engage members and keep them involved in the game? And how do you plan to get new players into the game, as police roleplay is a small genre? Uh, I could answer part of it. So in terms of the genre, police roleplay, it's honestly a bigger genre than most people think. Cause like, if you ask a little kid what do you want to be when you grow up, so you ask like 10 kids that, a couple of them are gonna say, I want to be a cop. Like they see the red and blue lights, they think that's cool. They like the whole idea of that, and especially stuff like 5M exists, LSPDFR exists. So the community genre is fairly big for it. The main reason keep getting new players is we make sure our public gameplay is as balanced as possible, and always bringing in updates that the community wants. What, Lost, you want to answer the first part? How do you plan to keep members involved?
I think we're always going to lose people, but we're always going to gain people. Roblox isn't dying by any means. So some people might grow out of it. Some people might get mad and quit, whatever.
Someone asks, how does PRC plan on advancing the fire team? Other games have features like non-Bluetooth. That's funny.
Working on it. That's all
Yeah.
we'll say. We're not going to not update the fire department, but
Yeah.
it's going to take a while. So
Yeah. And other games, obviously, they may have more, say, focus features on that. That's great for them. Overall, we do try to, for every update, we do try to kind of spread it out to include all teams, sort of. Like, obviously, some updates may be police focused or GOT focused, etc. But yeah, it's a bit harder when you're at scale like this. But we do keep trying.
I saw one about the exploiting. Someone said that there's always exploiters. When you have a big, and I'm actually defending Sean on this, which is rare. When you have a big game, people are always trying to find ways to get around your anti-exploit. So it's like a never-ending battle. Like if Sean wanted, we could hire someone full time for anti-exploit. I think, Sean, I think you'd probably agree.
Yeah, we could, and we do have someone hired kind of part-time on exploits. It's just the main thing is anytime, say, a patch is made, we have to make sure none of our scripts in-game will cause that to falsely ban. So now we have to put that through, a bunch of testing, read through all the scripts, and then all it takes is the exploit to go, oh, that's how you patch that? All right, I'm just going to go around it. And yeah, it's just a back and forth battle. We have blocked the vast majority of exploits. I'm actually surprised you see exploiters. Maybe if you're in a private server, maybe they target that, but at least in public servers, like on any given day, let's say, I'll actually look in the logs. Yesterday, we automatically banned 440 exploiters. So roughly every day, roughly 400 we ban. So it's when you're a big game, you attract all the bad players.
What is your salary, Sean? We don't share
2
salaries. That's private information.
At least $1.
That'd be like asking OMB and any YouTuber, like, how much money do you make on on your videos?
Yeah. How
That's
much
just-
money did you make off of us?
That nobody does that. Prioritize servers. We play. Okay, let me clarify so people will disagree. I play SRP. Sean, if he's gonna play, and this is serious RP, he's gonna do SRP. That's just because it's all of our friends, like staff members and mods, are in there. We don't play there because we think they're like the best server in the world. I'm sure there's other servers that are good, but we play there because of the people that are there, because we know most of the people, or not most, but a lot of the mods and staff that are there, we play there just for that reason. So,
And we don't shout them out or anything. Like, I mean, sometimes you may see their pictures or maybe their livery in a scene we set up, just because, you know, one of our developers runs the group, so it's kind of easy access with that.
but yeah, we don't cater them. We don't give them like,
Yeah.
all the mods can. Well, I don't think it works right now, but we allowed the mods to.
I will admit, the only people that would get priority sometimes, and it's on a case-by-case basis, is like, sometimes I would say our content creators. Like, you know, we work with them to give them exclusive stuff sometimes. So say if they're making a video like last minute and maybe our liveries have been backed up for like, I don't know, like 4 days or something, you know, something where it's really crazy. Sometimes we maybe move their livery up in the queue just so they can make a video, but that's very rare, since the queue, it usually doesn't last more than 2 days. Remove branded car names because we do not want to pay any royalty or anything to any of those car manufacturers. Because ultimately, if they wanted to, they could come to Roblox, tell Roblox we don't want them using our name, and then ultimately we'd be forced to remove their name. So we'd rather we do it now than being on a time constraint. Just like Starbucks came and wiped every Starbucks game off the platform.
How'd you partner with Greenville when you're competitors? I'm gonna change it a little bit and say, why would we partner with Greenville when we're competitors? I don't think, like, we're competitors, of course, for players, but I don't think our genres of the game are really the same.
Yeah.
We're more police role play. They're more driving and just general role play. Like, you can do police role play there, but not to the extent that we have it. So I would say we're competitors, but it was smarter to partner with them than not, and I think they agree.